Well, hello. I'm Andrew McDaniel, also known as Rudy. Everybody call me Rudy. Born and raised in El Dorado, Arkansas. I currently live here in El Dorado. I teach in El Dorado. I teach at Washington Middle School. I teach fifth and sixth grade social studies, and I'm also head ninth grade boys basketball coach. And I've been teaching about 3 years. My hobbies. I'm always smiling. I'm active. I like to have a good time, entertainment, fun, laugh, games, sports, spend time with family, hang out. That's just my life, just in general. Have a wife, been married, finna be 5 years in March, and have two boys. One is 13 in the eighth grade. The other one is four, still in daycare. Hope he start kindergarten next year. And we met at Henderson State. I'm a Henderson State alum, and we met at Henderson and moved to Conway for about 6 7 years, and then we actually moved back down here to my hometown and started here. So just a little bit about myself. Starting out as a self study with the personality pathways, mentally, I live for now, big time. I don't look to the future as a lot as a person because anytime, any second, our time can be gone. So I live for the moment. I enjoy the moment every single step of the way. That's just me. Now, like I said, that's why I like to have a good time and I smile a lot and encourage people just to enjoy life. If you want to go do something, do it. If you want to go buy something, buy it. Just enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with planning and preparing everything for the future and things like that. Like, I'm not against that at all. But I'm still more of live for now because sometimes that focus and drive for the future so much you'll never get to enjoy it. And time waits for no one. So I most definitely live for now. And my best improv is from the past. Yeah. My learning experience is from the past. I lived a lot. I'm 35 now. It's like it may not be old to a lot of people, but I feel like I lived a long time. I done been through a lot of things in my life, done saw a lot of things. And it's like I learned from past mistakes or just learning in general, watching others or seeing something, how the result came out. So that kind of taught me and groomed me into a lot of different ways, into a lot of knowledge also. And my learning styles, I say I'm kind of visual and tactile. I mean, I'm visual because I'm a visual learner. I got to see it. I can see it. I can memorize it. You tell me some numbers, I memorize. I'm good with numbers. I can memorize it. Um, but I'm a lot more a little tactile. I'm physical. I like hands-on. I like to play with it. I like to do it myself. I see you do it. I want to learn how to do it. It's like that's just me. So I'm kind of both, but I'm more tactile when it comes down to it. And then you got the intelligence. I say I'm more of a body movement. I like to move. I like to dance. I like to play sports. I like to move a lot. It's like I'm always trying to dance. I was in a fraternity when I was in college, so I like to do the step in and all those type of deals. So I like that type of stuff. I'm kind of spatial, so I like include like exact size shapes. I like to draw posters and stuff like that, coloring and designs. I love all that type of stuff. Art was my favorite thing. I haven't done it in a long time, but I love drawing. I used to love drawing. I got out of it away because of life and just a lot of things being busy. But I love graphics, art, and things of that nature. I grew up on it. I like that. My political preferences, I had to take a test on it because I know a lot of people like, oh, you're a Democrat, you're a Democrat. But my wife, she's like, oh, you're a Democrat. Like, you can't tell me I'm a Democrat. But me personally, after I taken the test, it said I'm a disaffected Democrat. Because politically, me personally, I don't care for politics. That's just my personal value because I feel like we're going to be affected whichever side we choose. Whatever side we choose, we're going to be affected the opposite way from what the others think, and then we have no control of it. I know they say the people are vote and things of that nature, but this is just my personal preference. That's why I never talk politics. I just feel that my personal opinion or how I truly feel is not going to change the world. I just don't. And I know you would say, well, if everybody thought like you, then it's like, well, we're just not talking about everybody. We're just saying just my personal opinion. So, but I took the test just to see what I really actually am because I kind of feel both sides and understand some of both sides, but I'm a disaffected Democrat if you really want to pinpoint it down to it. Ethnicity. You know, I'm African American. I have no Japanese or ching chang chong in me. I have none of that in me. I wish I could speak a lot of more Spanish. Como está aquí? I wish I could, but I just learned that in school. Middle class for my economic socioeconomic stature. Prejudices and biases, I just really didn't get into that as much because I'm not biased towards anything. I don't have any prejudice or judgment. I don't judge. I mean, people live and do what they do and make decisions on their own and come up with laws or whatever the case may be. I'm not judgmental at all. It doesn't bother me because I feel like everybody live and have their choice and they're living their life. So it doesn't bother me as that much. I'm gonna be smiling and I'm gonna be happy for you regardless. And far as like family with my parents and siblings and things of that nature, well, with my mother, I have a brother. I have a younger brother, which is only about 22, 23, and I have a sister that's like 25. So I have a brother and sister with my mom. But with my dad, my siblings is ridiculous. So with my dad, I actually have like 21 brothers and sisters. I'm somewhere toward the bottom end of that, like maybe I'm like the maybe third or fourth from the they be third or fourth from the baby, the youngest or whatever. But it's like I know every one of them. I know all of them. We didn't all stay in the same house, so no, or nothing like that. But I know all of them have a relationship with all of them. Just have a lot of I have a lot of siblings. I mean, I do. So my dad, crazy man. He's a crazy man. He's funny. That's one of my idols, though. That's where I get a lot of my knowledge from. Where I'm just kind of stern, and you live from your past, and you live on your own. That's one thing he always taught me. Tell me, I gotta live and learn by the things I go through. He always tell me you gotta go through that storm on your own. Even when I was younger, things happened in school, or when I was staying with my mother at one point, and we get into it or something like that. It's like he always told me you got to live through those. You got to live through that on your own. He wouldn't help me out on that. So it's like that's why I say I lived a lot. I learned a lot. I grew a lot out of that. I learned from a lot of things. My religion is I'm a Christian. I'm Baptist. Go to Morning Star Baptist Church here in El Dorado. I'm heterosexual. You know, I'm married. My wife told me, she tried to joke with me, say I'm neither because I'm married. My interest, like I said earlier, is I like sports. I coach basketball. I like games. I like hand games. I like the game consoles like the PS5s, PS4s, and things like that. I like entertainment. Like I have a family business. It's called JR Gaming Closet. You can go to www.mobilevideogamingstation.com. And it's like you can see that it's like a big 24-foot trailer with 6 TVs and video games on it where kids or adults or anything can rent it out for events. You rent out for events, I come to you. You sit in the inside. We got air, AC, we got music, everything that goes on, and you can just sit there and play video games. For the adults, I can do tailgate parties and things of that nature. So that's a big thing. I just started up last year, like back in January. Well, I say I started in January, but then it started flourishing until like around July when the summer hit, when I started getting into the business and knowing a little bit more about it. But now I'm doing well now. So if you ever want a book, JR Gaming Closet. You can look it up on Facebook or you can go to www.mobilevideogamingstation.com. And body images, I'm short. I'm only like 5'3", 5'4". So I'm short, 35. So people always joked about me all my life of being short of that nature, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's like I got a little muscles. I work out a little bit, but it's like I'm still short. Wish I was taller, but I don't. I need grade to hone myself on it. I'm not bothered by it. I mean, I'm 35. I've been living with it all my life, so it doesn't bother me. So I'm okay with my body. I wish I was a little bit taller, but that's more for sports purposes. Nothing to have to do with just life in general. And once again, my matron status, I'm married to my beautiful wife, Jacqueline. She probably over there around the corner trying to listen to what I'm saying and everything, see if I mention her name. And so all these things that I relate to people and students, I feel like my personality is my biggest attribute when it comes to people because no matter where I go, what environment I'm in, I can adapt so easily. I'm a people's person. I talk a lot. I entertain, I'm smiling, I'm joking, I'm always getting people into a better mood instead of just a little too serious, nervous. I try to get people out of their shell. So that's easy for me. That comes natural for me because that's why I live for now. And the same with the students. I bring my personality to my students. I have fun with my students. I joke with them. I get on their level. And what I mean by get on their level, I talk like some of them. And then sometimes, like on the Fridays or something, I dress like some of them. It's like it's a natural for me with to relate to how I am with my students and things of that nature. My strengths, my strengths are personality. I know for one, relationships. Building relationships is a big strength for me when it comes to students, because when you build that relationship, that's when they'll be better response. You can handle them better. They'll listen to you. They'll want to do more for you. They won't want to disappoint you because you got that good relationship with them. That's my biggest strength when it comes to students. My weaknesses, honestly, my weaknesses can be professionalism, just because I still have to understand that I am the adult and the teacher sometimes. Sometimes you can get into the kids a lot and just play with them a little bit too much or talk a little bit too much with them. But I have learned that over the first year I was kind of not too big on professionalism. But now I done got my feet wet, I got my foot in the door, and I got used to it. It's like I know here now, I know where to put my foot down at now. So, and I done dealt with my weaknesses as far as like the professionalism part. I done dealt with that, and I think I kind of got that nipped that in the bud by now. So I think I'm kind of good with that. And so, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. And like I said, all these things affects me as a person, because that's what I live by. I wake up every morning. I don't regret nothing in my life. I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. You really rarely would ever see me mad. If I'm bothered or mad, I'm just probably gonna be quiet. Or I'll tell my wife when I get home. But you won't see me out mad like that in public, unless it's a little sports, unless it's a basketball game. I get mad at referees. But just in life in general, or in the classroom, I don't have to raise my voice as much with students. I don't have to do that just because I had that rapport with them and that relationship with them. I make them feel comfortable. They can talk to me. I'm easygoing. I'm not frustrated. I'm not easily frustrated. So those are the things that make up Andrew McDaniel. And I live life. I mean, I enjoy it. And hopefully finishing up this grad school MAT program and UAM will help me strive and continue my professionalism and my occupation in teaching and striving for the youth to do better and succeed toward their goals in life. Hopefully this can teach me a lot, because starting with this video, I haven't really ever expressed a lot of that all at once. But that's something new, and I read in the syllabus that you want to try to learn more about yourself before you can teach others, and I accept that. And I thank you for your time and your moment. All right, good time.